a Wikividi Documentaries production. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Enjoy. Tom Selleck. Thomas William Tom Selleck is an American actor and film producer known for starring as private investigator Thomas Magnum in the television series Magnum, P.I. and Peter Mitchell in Three Men and a Baby and Three Men and a Little Lady. Before that, he had a recurring role as Lance White, the favorable and naive partner of Jim Rockford on The Rockford Files. He plays Police Chief Jesse Stone in a series of made-for-TV movies based on Robert B. Parker novels. Since 2010, he has been a primary cast member as NYPD Commissioner Frank Reagan in the drama Blue Bloods on CBS. Selleck has appeared in more than 50 film and television roles since Magnum, P.I. including Three Men and a Baby, Quigley Down Under, Mr. Baseball, and Lassiter. He appeared as Dr. Richard Bach on Friends and as A.J. Cooper on the TV series Las Vegas. Early life. Selleck was born in Detroit, Michigan, in 1945, to Martha Selleck, a housewife, and Robert Dean Selleck, who was an executive and real estate investor. Selleck is of mostly English ancestry, including recent immigrant ancestors. Tom Selleck's father was of primarily English ancestry, but of distant German ancestry as well, while his mother was of English descent. Through an entirely paternal line, Selleck is a direct descendant of English colonist David Selleck, who moved to Massachusetts from Somerset, England in 1633. Through this line, Tom Selleck is the 11th generation of his family born in North America. Selleck's family moved to Sherman Oaks, California, during his childhood. He has an elder brother named Robert, a sister named Martha, and a younger brother named Daniel. Selleck graduated from Grant High School in 1962. While working as a model, Selleck attended the University of Southern California on a basketball scholarship, where he played for the USC Trojans men's basketball team. He is a member of Sigma Chi fraternity and a member of the Trojan Knights. While Selleck was acquiring a degree in business administration, a drama coach suggested he try acting. He then studied acting at the Beverly Hills Playhouse, under Milton Katsellers. Upon receiving a draft notice for the Vietnam War, Selleck joined the California National Guard. He served in the 160th Infantry Regiment of the California Army National Guard from 1967 to 1973. Early work and Magnum, P.I. Selleck's first TV appearance was as a college senior on The Dating Game in 1965, and again in 1967. Soon after, he appeared in commercials for products such as Pepsi-Cola. He began his career with bit parts in smaller movies, including Myra Breckinridge, Homer, and The 7 Minutes. He appeared in a number of TV series, miniseries and TV movies. Still struggling as an unfamiliar television actor, Selleck had a recurring role in the 1970s as Too Good to Be True, private investigator Lance White in The Rockford Files. An avid James Garner fan since childhood, who watched his mentor's show, Selleck's Lance was very trusting and always lucky, much to the annoyance of Jim Rockford. White would frequently say to Rockford, "Don't worry, Jim. Clues will turn up." And then a clue would just turn up, much to Rockford's consternation, for whom obtaining clues required hard work and hard knocks. Selleck's character was based on one played in Garner's earlier TV series Maverick by Wade Preston in the episode, The Saga of Waco Williams. Despite appearing in only 2 episodes, and in later interviews, Selleck credited Garner as a mentor, and continued to stay friends with him for over 35 years, until Garner's death in 2014. Upon his death, he said of his TV private investigator, "Jim was a mentor to me and a friend. And I will miss him." 2 years after Garner's death, Selleck said, prior to filming his then 6th season of his top-rated series, Blue Bloods, "It's kind of like my mentor, who never wanted to hear he was my mentor. I don't accept the mentor role. That they feel that way is, I think, flattering, although it adds a certain amount of pressure." Selleck, an accessible, but relatively untested actor, spent years receiving little interest from the entertainment industry. His big break came when he was cast in the lead role as Thomas Magnum in Magnum, P.I. The producers would not release the actor for other projects, so Selleck had to pass on the role of Indiana Jones in Raiders of the Lost Ark, which then went to Star Wars alumnus Harrison Ford. It turned out that the shooting of the pilot for Magnum was delayed for over 6 months by a writer's strike, which would have enabled him to complete Raiders. Film. Selleck starred in the 1972 B-movie Daughters of Satan, and then Selleck starred in the 1979 TV movie Concrete Cowboys with Jerry Reed. He starred in a number of film roles during and after Magnum. Among the most notable were as an acrophobic police detective in Runaway, as a stand-in father in Three Men and a Baby, and as an American 19th-century sharpshooter in the Australian western Quigley Down Under, a role and film that he considers one of his best. Other leading roles include Three Men and a Little Lady, High Road to China, Lassiter, Her Alibi, An Innocent Man, Folks, Christopher Columbus, The Discovery, Mr. Baseball, In and Out and The Love Letter. Selleck is an avid outdoorsman, marksman, and firearms collector. These interests led him to leading man cowboy roles in Western films, starting with his role as cowboy and frontier marshal Orrin Sackett in the 1979 film The Sacketts, opposite Sam Elliott, Jeff Fosteridge, and Western legends Glenn Ford and Ben Johnson. He followed the Sacketts with The Shadow Riders in 1982, then portraying a cat burglar in 1930s London in Lassiter in 1984. Quigley Down Under is probably one of his best-known Western films, although he won a Western Heritage Award for his 1997 role in Last Stand at Sabre River. His last 2 cowboy roles to date were in the 2001 TNT movie Crossfire Trail and the 2003 motion picture Monty Walsh. He most recently appeared in the film Killers, along with Katherine Heigl and Ashton Kutcher. Magnum, P.I. Selleck played the role of Thomas Magnum in 1980 after filming 6 other TV pilots that were never sold. Magnum was a former U.S. Navy officer, a veteran of a Special Operations Unit (SEAL) in the Vietnam War, and later a member of the Naval Intelligence Agency, who had resigned his commission with the Navy to become a private investigator living in Hawaii. The show would go on for 8 seasons and 163 episodes until 1988, winning him an Emmy Award for Outstanding Lead Actor in a Drama Series in 1984. Selleck was famous for his mustache, a Hawaiian-style aloha shirt, a Detroit Tigers baseball cap, and the Colt Model 1911 A1.45 ACP caliber pistol his character carried. Magnum drove a Ferrari 308 GTS in the series. The model became so identified with the role that Ferrari fans now refer to the red-painted model as a Magnum Ferrari. Selleck confirmed that he was the most popular choice by fans to play the role of Magnum in the once-rumored Magnum, P.I. movie. Friends. In the mid-90s, Selleck played the role of Richard Burke, Monica's older boyfriend, starting at the end of the 2nd season of the hugely successful TV series Friends. Richard was a divorced ophthalmologist who was a friend of Monica's parents, and at first the relationship was hidden from her parents. The relationship eventually ended over Richard's reluctance to commit to having children, though Selleck did make a few extra appearances in later episodes. The Closer. In February 1998, Selleck accepted the lead role in a sitcom for CBS called The Closer. In it he played Jack McLaren, a legendary publicist heading up a brand new marketing firm. His co-stars included Ed Asner, David Krumholtz, and Penelope Ann Miller. Despite the high pedigree and the expectations for his first series since Magnum, P.I. low ratings caused the show to be cancelled after 10 episodes. Jesse Stone series. Since 2005, Selleck has starred in the role of transplanted lawman Jesse Stone in a series of made-for-TV movies based on Robert B. Parker's novels. To date, the series comprises 9 films, with the most recent released in October 2015. In addition to his portrayal of the film's protagonist, Selleck now acts as producer for the series. The 5th film, Jesse Stone, Thin Ice, was not adapted from Parker's novels, but was an original story by Selleck. Las Vegas. He joined the cast of the NBC drama Las Vegas in the Season 5 premiere on September 28, 2007. He played A.J. Cooper, the new owner of the Montecito Casino. He replaced James Caan, who left the cast in the same episode. This was Selleck's first regular role on a drama show since he played Thomas Magnum on Magnum, P.I. Blue Bloods. Blue Bloods is an American police procedural/drama series on CBS, filmed on location in New York City. Frank Reagan is the police commissioner. The series follows the Reagan family of police officers with the New York City Police Department. The show premiered on September 24, 2010. Other work. Selleck has appeared in a number of made-for-TV movies in recent years. In particular, he has sought to help bring back to popularity the Western, often playing one of the genre's typical characters, but thrust into a modern context. Selleck was offered the lead role of Mitch Buchanan in Baywatch, but turned down the role because he did not want to be seen as a sex symbol. The role eventually went to David Hasselhoff. Selleck played the role of General Dwight D. Eisenhower in A&S 2004 made-for-TV movie Ike, Countdown to D-Day. The movie showed the planning, politics, and preparation for the 1944 invasion of Normandy, and Selleck was critically lauded for playing a cool, calm Eisenhower. Selleck appeared in a recurring role on the acclaimed ABC drama Boston Legal as Ivan Tiggs, the troubled ex-husband of Shirley Schmidt. Broadway. In 2001, Selleck played the lead role of Murray in a Broadway revival of Herb Gardner's comedic play A Thousand Clowns. It ran for only 2 months. Critics, though far from uniformly negative about Selleck's performance, generally compared it unfavorably to that of Jason Robards Jr., who won awards in the 1960s for playing the character on the stage and in a movie version. Playwright Gardner, however, actually preferred Selleck to Robards in the part, and even said that Selleck was the way he had always envisioned Murray. Commercials. Tom Selleck did quite a few commercials for Right Guard deodorant in 1971, with Farrah Fawcett in 1972 for the Aperitif de Bonnet, and another in 1977 for the toothpaste Close Up. He was also in a Safeguard deodorant soap commercial. Selleck did the voiceover for the 1993 AT&T advertising campaigns titled, You Will. These advertisements had a futuristic feel, and posed the question of, what if you had the technology to well, you will. And the company that will bring it to you? AT&T. As of December 30, 2007. He began doing commercial voiceovers for Florida's natural orange juice. In 2012, Selleck was featured in Coldwell Banker's television ad campaign focusing on home ownership. On August 1, 2016, American Advisors Group, the leading reverse mortgage lender, announced the premiere of its new television commercial campaign naming Selleck as the company's new national spokesperson following the death of Fred Thompson, their previous spokesperson. The commercials began running across cable and national networks including ABC, NBC and CBS. ARG debuts new reverse mortgage commercial, Information Kit featuring new spokesperson, Tom Selleck. Brought to you by WikiVidi Documentaries. Would you like to know more?